The Spin to Win Cup Group C continues. Griefers Don't Know go up against Save the Taco. The Don't Know teams, we had Lena doesn't know, now we have the Griefers who don't know anything. One of the teams already lost against the Tacos. Now it's time for the blue team to try and turn this. We have two on the Spider Queen. Oh, Varian again with High King's Quest. We got Hagon Malfurion, Warzeus on Garrosh, Holy Chicken on Tracer, and Shima is playing Probius. That's on the right side. We got the Tacos with Taco and Deckard Kane, Bellacore on Kerrigan, me on Mal'Ganis, Kablamo on Sergeant Hammer, and Grolk is playing Malthael. So, you should by now be a little bit familiar with the Spin to Win Cup in case that you're not. There is a little bit of a draft restriction for the teams in the sense that you get there's an RNG element to all of this. So the way that these team compositions are determined is that for every role that gets played here, the teams spin a wheel, hence Spin to Win Cup, which is by the way not the official tournament name, it's what I call it. So for every role you spin a wheel and then you get a random hero in that role. So you will see some pretty wild stuff, and you can also occasionally see the same hero on each side. We have Tyrael against Tyrael already, and a couple of other heroes where it was a slight mirror match. But of course you still maintain a proper team composition where you at least have a main tank, you have some range damage, and you have a healer as well. But there's some really interesting stuff happening. We saw Novas already, we had a couple of Asmodans, we even had Shogal. So it is a fairly interesting tournament here. We have a group stage where all of the teams could obviously sign up. There's a lot of skill discrepancies here as long as we are in the groups. Later on we're going to move straight into the actual tournament bracket as the best teams advance out of each group, and things will get a little bit more dicey, I guess. But let's see who's taking it here. The Tacos have so far done pretty okay in Group C. The Griefers definitely also a team that is aiming high. We now have with Varian, who's a little bit of a side hero in his level 1 quest, a chance to get either Smash or maybe even the Meme Blades again. We had actually some Meme Blades already, which was interesting. Meme Blade Varian, not really the most successful pick as you might have already guessed, but still. Oh, that could be a kill. Hello, Malthael! Yep, he's dead. Malthael is gone. There's the first blood. Griefers apparently do know how to get a kill. So they take down Malthael first, and he's already gone. A bit of damage here also in the middle of the map with Sergeant Hammer. But let's see what Varian is going to take on level 4. That's honestly the only thing that I'm interested in currently. What is Varian going to pick? Are we going to have another attempt with Meme Blades over here? And the pick is... yes, Meme Blades! Honestly, at this point, I'm really wondering if there is some kind of special rule that if you get Varian in the side lane role, you have to pick either Smash or Meme Blades. I don't understand why Meme Blades is being picked this much here. I really don't get it. This is the third time, and it is the shittiest talent, basically, that you can possibly take in the entire game. I talked about this before, but we have the bounty system in some of the tournaments that we're running, where we are literally paying teams to try and win with certain heroes or certain talents. And one of the bounties that wasn't even attempted, not completed, but not even attempted, was Meme Blade Varian because it's just so trash. Taunt just rules everything, and if you want to go for something else, then it's usually Smash. So why are we getting the Meme Blades again here? I'm really wondering if there's some mandatory element to it where the wheel just doesn't tell you have to pick Varian, but it literally tells you you have to play Varian with a certain talent. I don't think so. I haven't read anything about this in the rules, but at this point I'm looking at those picks and I'm just like, either you guys don't learn your lesson, or for some reason you're a little bit insane and you think picking this thing over and over again will eventually lead to a win. I mean, it might. Maybe they're going to win now. I'm not going to eat my words here, but so far the track record of Meme Blade Varian is more than bad. But yeah, either way. So we got Meme Blade Varian. Let's see if they can somehow play this through with him. And he is making his way through the red team as this continues. For the time being, we have 2 kills to 1 in favor of the Tacos. They're going to go for some spicy taco plays here, now that we also have Hover Siege mode for Sergeant Hammer. So that's good news. Kablamo moving through and trying to siege up on things. As in the middle, seeing Garrosh in... well, Garrosh is dead, isn't he? Yep. Garrosh gets destroyed. Easy kill for them. Very well done. And yeah, in the meantime, we now have all the way up at the top. Villacor trying to see if he can not only get another wave, but also, of course, set another kill up for the team. So, time will go. Kablamo can siege up here. Tracer obviously not really too fond going up against Sergeant Hammer. It's one of the things that he can't dodge. Those auto attacks are going to hit hard as the game continues. So Tracer is definitely going to experience that firsthand a few times. Already have Garrosh coming in again, but the red team now with the turn in gets the web weavers in play. Here comes the combo from Carrigan. They're trying to get some extra damage in against Garrosh, but it might be a problem for Mal'Ganis. He tries to get out. With the Fell Claws is able to create some space, and that throw was not as good as Garrosh needed it to be to get a kill opportunity for his team. Lift with the knees, my friend. Lift with the knees, not with your back. Quite important here. Tracer, the mosquito of the Nexus, just buzzing around the top side. Web weaver. And down at the bottom, Carrigan unleashes another combo against Garrosh. And it might become a problem for Warzeus. He's pretty low and can be very happy that there are no ults involved yet, or he would be dead. So, with that said and done, we're now looking at the first fort of the game that gets destroyed, and that is actually a lot. I mean, first turn in? Not even level 10, you're already getting a fort. Damn, they are having some nice success as this starts off. So, good start for the Tacos. And a little bit more damage here in the middle. If they can go through the wall here too, that would be great. At the top, they already destroyed it. So, there it is. Down at the bottom of the map. Yeah, Varian. He has a death wish. Did he just engage into them? Yep, honorable Sudoku by Varian. He's gone. And it seems like they want to make sure he doesn't die alone, so they feed Garrosh to the team as well. Hig is looking at this and saying like, ooh, dying, I like it. Comes in and is also getting absolutely murdered. I'm not 100% certain why they think that going for the camp right now is the best idea. I think taking the wall out first might have been the better move. But with that, they of course can apply additional pressure on the fort as well. But not taking that wall down, a little bit of a mistake. I mean, it was right there. Now, if you're already in that spot, then at least move in and start destroying the fort a bit in the middle, I guess. But it's a 5 versus 5 now, and the blue team is also going to get level 10 soon. So shouldn't overstay a welcome by too much. Level 10 abilities gives us also Twilight Dream. Warzeus again at the front, gets locked down and dies again. With Decimate over here, we have Garrosh now down for, I believe, the third time. It's 7 kills to 2. Fourth time for Varian. Damn, he is getting absolutely murdered. Varian down 4 times already. And the game essentially just started. So, yep, not a good look for the front line here. Definitely struggling. It seems we might get another kill. No, Varian makes it out. Or does he? Yeah, he does. But still, it's a 1.5, nearly 2 level lead at this point for Save the Taco. Game number 1 is looking very good for them. Very strong here. With the level 10 abilities for the team, we now have also Last Rites. That one has not really seen any value just yet. But if they can pick up on some of these kills later, that would be pretty sweet. Now, obviously, when we're talking about Meme Blade Varian again, worst of the 3 skills that you can take on level 4. When you talk Varian, it's taunt, 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 and taunt, and that's it. So I really hope that this is mandatory. If you at any point want to play in a competitive environment, learn how to play with taunt on Varian, or just don't pick him and pick something else, is all the advice I can really give you here. And if you need any convincing, then watch some of the big tournament playlists that we have on the channel, and you will pretty quickly realize that Meme Blades Varian just isn't a thing. It's called Meme Blades for a reason. It's kind of fun, it's memey, you can play in Quick Match, you can play in Hero League, but then again, you can get away with anything there. So Garrosh dies again, and it seems like we have a bit of a weak point on Varian, on Garrosh. He just doesn't stand a chance against that front line. With all the lockdown that we get there, it's too much to handle. Now Last Rites involved too. Malfurion goes down. We have 1 stack on Last Rites. They're moving in, taking down the fort in the middle, just as the blue team's Web Weaver spawn. So not only do they have the perfect opportunity now to properly defend against the objective of the Griefers, but they were also able to take the second fort out. So that is top going. When it comes to team composition, this just doesn't seem like something that the Grievous are really comfortable with. Varian gets attacked down here. He's gonna try to make his way out of this, but he got absolutely ganged up upon. 4 against him. They might even let him go, considering that they have to take the Web Weavers down. Varian still on the run, trying to juke them out a little bit. Malfurion is also close. They have to be careful that they're not losing more than Varian now, and I think they're going to lose everybody that's down here. Karrigan at the top at least gets caught and killed, so good for them. But now Malfurion has been destroyed, and Varian is able to hearth out. Nice, good for him. So he sacrifices Malfurion to escape. Can't even blame him for that. Nobody likes Malfurion. Malfurion is just like this old senile dude, just like basically with the arthritis the entire time, kicking in hard. If you know what I'm talking about, just go into like a normal custom game and just like select it in the selection screen. It's like, oh, 10,000 years. Like, that dude, how he and Illidan can be brothers is still baffling me. Well, like, Illidan has been working out his entire life, you know, he's been paying attention to his diet a little bit, and Malfurion was just smoking weed all day, every day, never working out, never doing anything. And that's what it leads to. Illidan is still in shape, I mean, he's hot, he's ripped, and then you have Malfurion who's just absolutely senile. So that's the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to your diet a little bit and do some sports, for crying out loud. Pay attention to your health just a little bit, you don't have to become a gym rat, be like Illidan. Minus the blind part. Anyways, 11 to 2 on the kill count, half a level to 16, and here we go. Taking the boss and having a chance to take the final fort out, which they will definitely succeed in, but let's see if they can get a bit more than that. Game number 1, honestly, at this point it would take a little bit of a miracle for the blue team to bring that back. The Griefers have done well in the group, but it just seems they have problems with the heroes that RNGesus gave them, that the wheel granted them in game number 1. So if they are not able to win a big team fight here, I see their chances dwindling with every single minute. They're now 2 levels behind. They don't have a level 16 talent, which makes things difficult, and they need a big win here at some point. But with Karrigan just decimating Garrosh at the front time and time again and getting him into a stun lock, they're just having no chance here. This is the 6th death now for Garrosh, and it's not getting any better. Garrosh just is helpless against this combo of Karrigan, Mal'Ganis, and Deckard. He gets CC to death time and time again. And then Malthael stands behind the damage and just says like, hey, if you get him low, I'm gonna drop him. I'm gonna pop my ult and we're gonna be good. But just look at this objective right now. After the boss, the objective hits, they're going for the keep at the top. We're only 12 minutes into the game. And it's just a disaster for them. Yeah, there's the kill. Timing a little bit wrong for Tracer, so still a last rights kill for Malthael. Tracer is gone, they're losing the keep, and they're just falling absolutely apart here. And that doesn't even count for the Web Weavers in the middle and the Web Weavers at the bottom, which both are attacking keeps too. This could be an absolute quickie. They're now coming in, trying to take the core down, and the only thing that seems to be asking, was it good for you too? Because they are having a blast. Mal'Ganis goes down. That might shut that attack down a little bit. But the keep at the bottom has already fallen. Keep in the middle. I don't understand why they're not taking it down. Well, because they're busy killing Malfurion, I suppose. And now that they're going for Garrosh, they're dropping him too. But still, at least destroy the keep, and they do. That means all of the keeps are gone. Not a single fort is destroyed on the red team's side. And they can now go for the core here. The only problem that the Tacos have is that their death timers are still low. Yeah, gets a kill, but also gets murdered. 16 to 16. They try and take the core down. I mean, right now, just disengage. I don't understand why they stayed that long. Either you go for the core directly, but once that they started to aim for the keeps instead, just go back. Head back, do your thing, and get another turn in eventually. The catapults alone are already pinning down the blue team. So, yeah, it's tough times. Twin Blades, Varian is at least top damage for his team in the 26,000. It's not really a whole lot if you compare to the 59k that Sergeant Hammer is putting in, but hey, at least he is about to be able to keep up with Karrigan, with second highest damage, and not only on the red team side, but in the game too. So, fantastic, fantastic early game performance here for Save the Taco. The team is looking great. Probius, by the way, hasn't died yet. Nice siege damage. Not too bad either on the rest with the hero damage. But still. Now, half a level until 20. Blue team is turning in a second time. That should at least give them a little bit of wiggle room on the lanes. It is doubtful, though, that they're able to do a lot more than that. I personally don't really see it. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much here. But taking a couple of forts out would be great. If they can get some team fight, then hey. And to be fair, let's just also mention this. There have been teams that have been absolutely griefing in the late game. Malphite getting caught there for no reason might be the start of it. So I don't want to count them out just yet. Yes, normally you would look at this and say like that advantage is way too big. But we have seen absolute disastrous late game decisions by some teams that pretty much negated all the work and effort that they put in previously. So maybe the tacos become too condescending here, think they got it in the bag already, and then get murdered. But given this combo here, it doesn't seem like it. Garrosh is down, Malfurion is down. We have by now 5 stacks for Malthael's ult, so a really nice cooldown reduction. And they're not even bothering with the Web Weaver defense. They're saying, guys, we are going for the core. We got level 20, we got them on the ropes. Let's just end it right here. Malthael is already doing his thing, trying to lock down Tracer, and Karrigan attempted to follow up with another stun combo. But Tracer was able to dash out of it. But they are aiming for a game here, and Sergeant Hammer with the Ultra Capacitors on level 20 is now going for exactly that. Karrigan comes in against Varian, who's trying for the spin to win here. The meme blade thingy, whacking away. One hit after another, but the core is taking damage at this point. 18 kills to 6, and this seems like it's going to be game number 1. So I think we can chalk some of this up to the heroes on the side of the Griefers that they're not really comfortable with. But that's another loss for Meme Blade Varian right here. 20 kills to 6. Everybody dead or dying. Probius down. Varian and Tracer are gone. So is Garrosh. And they're going for a 5-man team wipe. As they're trying to take Malfurion as well. He's able to escape. The core can't run, so it falls. And that is a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 for Save the Taco. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Map number 2, the Tacos are in the lead in the best of 3, and we have on the left the Griefers. Very different composition for them right now, but we got Garrosh again, Holy Chicken on Garrosh, Shima on Deathwing, Warzeus on Lunara, we got Hugo on Karazim, and Nerf Valera. Instead of Varian, we now have Tassadar. And there we go. Iron Fists on level 1, so standard talent for Karazim already. I like it. We got Taco for the red team playing Lucio. Me is on ETC, Bellacore instead of his Karrigan choice. Last time we now have him on Hogger, Gorg on Mephisto, and Kablamo with Suljin heading into Bone Slicer as a level 1 choice. Game number 1, let's just be honest about it, was a bit of a beatdown. The Tacos, way stronger. Very good team composition for them, and the CC at the front line was such a massive problem for Garrosh in particular that he never really had the impact in the game that he was looking for. So that was just nasty. The Tacos hoping to win another series here with a 2-0, whereas for the Griefers, it's all about them now trying to force game number 3. And again, I think this one is going to be a little bit closer here. On level 1, we're now getting Draconic Might for Deathwing, and we got Static Charge. Nice skin, by the way, for Deathwing. Really like it. It's much better than that chicken skin that is still around here, the big bad turkey that we sometimes have, which, yeah, might be a little bit spicy, but not really for me. This, on the other hand, Jade Dragon, way, way better. So, we got Suljin for some late game action if he gets there. Let's see if he gets his stacks, if some of these fights go his way. Lunara with a lot of damage here, of course, over time, once she gets the poison into action. And then we have Tassadar that comes in. I think the team composition overall is looking a little bit better for them this time. Last time, especially that Varian Meme Blade action didn't really do anything for them. Now they have 2 range damage dealers, which makes this a little bit more enjoyable. Down at the bottom of the map, we already have Tassadar slowly starting to do his thing here. And yeah, how the team's going to go for the objective? Is the Protector going to be ignored? Still one of the weirdest maps in the pool, honestly, simply because of the fact that it just doesn't really get played because the objective is so meh. Nobody does see it yet. Tassadar saved by Garrosh. Nice. That was a close call. The Holy Chicken with a big badass play saving Tassadar. Lunara, Tassadar, and Karazim. All three of them, actually. Mega low, but nobody dying. We're now 2 minutes in and we haven't seen anyone killed yet. The item control slightly better for the Griefers. Camp is also taken by the Tacos over here. As Hogger is slowly making his way through this. Air ally for Karazim. Yeah, objective not up yet. Nobody has actually gone for the support camp at the top. But things are developing a little bit slower now in game number 2 than they did in game number 1. So definitely a bit more of a cautious approach that they're seeing. And again, the roles determined by RNG, by a spin of the wheel. So it is actually kind of funny that they get Garrosh twice in a row as their tank when you think about it. So it seems like the RNG gods really wanted to give them a second chance on it. With level 4 talents, we get Armani Hyde. I really feel they could have put the R in there. I mean, he is... Honestly, I would have loved for them at some point to just release a skin for Suljin where he's in a tuxedo. Like a proper suit, a tuxedo, and then with Armani Hyde, Armani Resilience. I think that would have been embracing the meme properly. And he is a sharp dresser, I'm telling you. That would have been a really nice touch. But they missed out on an opportunity there. So many good skin ideas, and nothing really gets put out there. But Higge caught and makes his way out. Seems to feel a bit more familiar here on Karazim now that we're seeing this. Up at the top, Suljin gets caught and killed. Nice little pull by Garrosh. So the chicken is setting that one up for the team. That's first blood of the game. Blue team with first blood and zero interest in the objective as it seems. Not going for it. Nope. Just sitting there like, nah, we don't care. So 80% for now. Red team is also not forcing this too much. Instead, they're hoping to get the support camp and get the healing beacon. Yeah, and everybody is starting to go for that. Deathwing could join, of course. Suljin is on his way. There's already the first little fence set up by Tassadar. Suljin is still pushing at the bottom of the map. They're just delaying things over here. So 4 versus 5. And the more times that Deathwing has at the bottom of the map, he can take that wall out. So they are taking the beacon, claiming it. Haven't taken the objective yet though. But they want the chicken. Yeah, there's not gonna be a kill against Garrosh anytime soon though. Then again, Lunara also alone on the top lane. So they're really spreading out on the lane right now. Not really too worried about some of these team fights. Just trying to solo the lanes as best as they can. And it seems like they're going to give up the first protector of the game. So there it is. Claimed quickly by the Tacos. And how much value are they going to get with this one? As I said, objective on this map is just weird. Most of the time you really feel that it's better for you to stay out of the objective than actually take it. Most of the teams don't care about it too much. If you have a couple of heroes that can really take it out easily. And yeah. Suljin, by the way, is not really stacking well. He's currently sitting at 2 stacks only on his baseline. Has on level 7 not gone into Arcanite access and is dying now again. That's the second time that he goes down. He went into the Vicious Assault here. And Suljin is currently not looking all that good. 5 minutes in, 3 stacks only. That is not a whole lot. Mama Suljin is not going to be proud. That objective broke a wall. That's it. So they didn't get a whole lot there either. Indomitable being used by Garrosh as he makes his way out. They got level 10 already. And that gives Lunara Leaping Strike. We got 7-sided Strike and Archon. So with a nice little swap from Garrosh and a flip back into the game, back into the team, we could get a nice 7-sided Strike follow-up from Hygge to get a kill on any target here. Lunara just the entire time with the asset. Just jumping around. I hate that animation, by the way. Boy, it always tilts me. This hoppity hop thing from Lunara is just so weird. It's really one of those characters that never for me. Very good isolation on ETC though. There's a 7-sided. Lunara gets killed as she was trying to go for Suljin and take him on. Went a little bit too deep. Ult of Mephisto also doesn't connect here. But they're trading a couple of punches now. With 3 kills to 1, the Griefers have taken the lead in the game though. Not only in experience, but also when we're regarding structures and with kills. So they are looking slightly better than what happened in game number 1. Obviously still way too early to tell how this map is gonna go. And Save the Taco is still having a lot of time and space here to try and win map number 2 and close out the series. But there's a chance for the blue team. They're diligently going for their camps again. Deathwing has been working the structures at the bottom of the map the entire time. And yeah, six stacks now for Suljin. So far, I'm not really impressed with this. Suljin, if he wants to become a late game menace, he needs to stack this a little bit faster. He needs to do more work here. You want to get the range increase as level at 15 stacks just because it makes it easier to stack further. Makes you a little bit safer too. And then having the double swing later is obviously nice, but after that, if you don't go for Arcanite Axis, it's really just about trying to get your damage to a proper number here. And he has some really nice targets later as this continues. Deathwing, Garrosh, Karazi if he goes up to the front, so yeah. Dying twice already didn't help the stacking progress in the slightest. Hogga now going for the next camp down at the bottom of the map. And just in general, 7.5 minutes in, damage output as you can see is not really too crazy. 14,000 for Hogga, that's nothing. Then at the same time you have 20,000 for Tassadar. They have been both a lot more cautious than what happened in game number 1. Which was for the most part just the red team running the show and really bullying the Grievers. Really bullying them. Now, level 13 talents are kicking in. Blue team could, with that advantage, definitely make a play for that camp. They have a talent advantage right now. They could force the opponent out here. But it seems like they're willing to let this one go. Suljin again, getting attacked. And yeah, there's level 10. Pops it. Still alive, but not for long. That's another death on the troll. And ETC gets murdered by Tassadar on his way back out of fight. Nice wall there. No follow-up, but a nice attempt. And they're getting a whole lot of value. Man, they are starting to really wreck him here. Lunara was in trouble there for just a second, but she's able to get out as the quest of Tassadar gets completed. But that's now 5 kills to 1. They're starting to break the wall here. Lunara is already up at the top, but the fort has taken damage earlier. Objective, so far, ignored. Nobody has made a move for it just yet, and Lunara with a bit of help could really do a number on that fort. So they could start to take some more of these structures out. The red team is really starting to struggle a bit in this. Suljin is at 9 stacks. If you compare his damage output, he's at 13,000 damage. 13,000, that's barely more than Karazi. He's behind Lunara, Deathwing, Tassadar has fallen behind Mephisto, and also Hogga. So not really a whole lot of damage from him. Now, Suljin is somebody that really scales well into the late game usually when you get your stacks together, but with him dying 3 times, doesn't really seem like a good fit. The big problem is really that the blue team is targeting him pretty well too. You could see it in the last fight. They had Lunara just go for him immediately. Popping his ult first, disengaging, and then once that this thing was over, moving back in and finishing the job. Shockwave is out, nice! But it's not enough. So the red team is looking for fights now. They're looking for fights, they're looking for opportunities, they know they're trailing in experience, and they don't want to hit an opponent that has level 16 talent advantages over them, so they're now looking for battles before that extra talent is going to become a thing. And they are getting at least something out of it. They grab one of the turrets, but it leaves Lunara at the top lane. As long as they're pinned down here at the bottom, Lunara is going to get that fort at the top. She's all alone up there. Lunara is going to get that easily. Doesn't have Thornwood Mines to burn some of these waves down quickly, but she's getting value. She's going to get that fort. And down here, they even have to pop Lucio's ult because it was starting to become dangerous for Mephisto. So that's actually pretty sweet. Baiting out a couple of cooldowns. What? And even getting the kill now. Not only did they bait out the cooldown on Lucio, they get the kill on Mephisto regardless of that. And level 16 with it. And they got the fort at the top. I mean, how much more do you want here? 6 kills to 1. 16 against 15. And that gives them the chance to push again. Nobody cares about the objective, by the way. Absolutely nobody. And still no first quest reward for Suljin. He's still sitting at 11. And ETC is trying to get out here and might still make it. But damn. Hogga, on the other hand, he gets killed. So Hogga is down. 7-sided strike attempt. And the Griefers, they are enjoying this. They are pushing it right now. And why wouldn't they? They've been doing a great job so far. They've been doing really well. And yeah, they're just building on the momentum. As they should. As long as you're ahead, make sure that you stay ahead. Push hard, do your thing, make your moves. They are doing exactly that. But now there's a chance for the Tacos to bring it back. 16 versus 16. A single kill is all that they managed this far. Maybe they can do a bit more now. And by the way, to be fair, that kill was actually a fort. Other heroes might have been involved, but Lunara essentially went too deep and got, on the way out, taken down by the fort. So they didn't even get a proper hero kill here. Tassadar. Hey Alter, du kommst nicht rein. Shuts the door straight in the face of ETC as he was trying to move in. Yeah, Suljin still a little bit low, trying to heal up. Hogger! And he's gone. Hogger gets burned. ETC and Lucio. No! Oh, it's a slaughter. ETC, Hogger, and Mephisto. All of them are dead. All of them are gone. And damn. They fought right under that fort and they paid the price for it. They didn't get a single kill. Not one kill. Yeah, now it's 10 kills to 1. It's a 2-level lead. They take another fort. Oh, that's the final one, by the way. All the forts have now been destroyed as they're moving into the middle to break through the wall here too. But they are just playing such a different game from what we've seen in game number 1. So the Griefers are on top of the world right now. They're getting closer and closer to a third map. Forcing a win on Volskaya will force the Tacos into a third game. And what a move! What a move against Suljin. Even with the ult that he popped in time, he's dead just as the rest of them respawns. Staggered death against Suljin. Doesn't get much better than that. Now they have an opportunity to push here for the keep as well. They're half a level away from level 20. It's such a huge gap in experience too. Fantastic play by the Griefers now. Didn't get too intimidated after game number 1, and now they're making the moves. Yeah, especially in minion experience, they're far ahead. Passive experience also fairly neat, but it's really the hero experience that stands out the most. And now, before Suljin is back, they're hoping to get a follow-up kill. They're hoping to get something here. Apply the pressure on ETC as Lunara came in again. And with the next minion wave, maybe a chance to get some more damage on that keep. So far, it wasn't as much as they were probably expecting. Yeah, shockwave connects. Okay, Suljin is back. He's coming in. And they're actually getting really nice damage against ETC there too, but it's not enough. At least a level 20 talents already. Level 20 is available. Storm talents are in. Ooh. And we get Fists of Legend. Alright. So, no upgrade for his level 10 talent. I'm looking for a little bit more damage over here on that, but with that, we're now having the Fists of Legend, so getting a bit more value out of the talents on level 1. And still breaking through these walls, as Hogger is hoping for experience for the team. It's a shitty spot to be in for the Tacos, honestly. I mean, they're so far behind. Hogger is desperately trying to get them some minion waves down at the bottom of the map, but it's going to take them an eternity to get to the level 20 talents. And in the meantime, they just have to defend. They're on the ropes here, and they know it. They're backed into a corner, and they're just trying to survive long enough so that they can make a pushback out. But it's a dicey one to be in. Not going to be easy at all for them, no matter how they want to play this. Yeah, and here comes the next little play against ETC. Hogger is dead, so is Garrosh. Finally another kill for the Tacos. Finally. That took them an eternity, but they finally managed to get that kill. Lunara pushed into the middle for just a moment. And I mean, the Tacos are still defending. They're still defending and doing the best they can here to keep this one alive. Then again, another kill here. Deathwing. Lunara moving into the middle again. Those are the moments when you are hoping for Thornwood Mine so it can take the minion waves down a little bit faster and maybe get some pressure against the structures. But look at the gap in experience. It's actually starting to shrink here. So while it takes a long time, the Tacos are still defending. They're holding on to their keeps. They took damage at the top. Some in the middle. But they are on level 19 any second, which means that they're only one level shy of level 20 talents and then can fight on even footing again. Blue team is currently debating a bit, hey, how are we dealing with this? They're trying to go for the objective here now that we're 16 minutes in. So they want to have the second protector apparently. A couple of items are being taken as well as they're waiting for Garrosh to come back. But there is now an actual chance for a comeback for the Tacos. As long as they make it to 20, they gotta win some team fights. We're 16 minutes in. Death timers are rising. And if you win a big team battle now, you have an opportunity. Mephisto is at 47,000 damage. Suljin is slowly coming online. Very, very slowly. He went past the 15 stacks that he needs for the range increase, so he has that already. Still far away from hitting 30 for the double swing on his axes. But still, they are getting some damage together with him, and now they are burning the fort at the bottom of the map. I am just not so sure that that was really the play to make, because this is happening at the top lane right now. And that was a rotation that you should have seen coming from a mile away. I mean, there was info there. So that keep is gone. Suljin finishes off the keep at the fort at the bottom of the map. So they traded a fort for a keep. Never really a good look. Oh, and if they lose heroes now, then they are in dire straits. They have to use Lucio's ult very early in the battle. Here comes the play for Core. Protector is in. They're trying. They're trying to make a move here. Lunara is low though. They get the healing beacon out. Doesn't really look like he can get killed. Maybe. Tastingo is used. And yeah, he's getting pushed back actually to safety. Lunara is gone. Tassadar is gone. Garrosh is about to die. They get a double counter kill though. Garrosh makes it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He makes it out of the fight. But they kill Suljin, ETC, and they also lose a couple of heroes there. But just look at this fight. Look at Garrosh! What the hell? I thought he's dead for sure. Core hasn't taken any damage. Keep at the top is destroyed. The one in the middle is going to get attacked any moment. The fight over here, though, starting to focus on... Oh, Garrosh! Maybe this time it's a 2 versus 3. But for a second, it even looked like Karasi might get a kill here. Now, there are still catapults involved in the middle, and once that they are zoning in on the keep, it's going to take damage. But Hoga is there just in time to prevent that from happening. So a keep is all that they got. But, whew, that fight. 14 kills to 5 now. Suljin with 23 stacks. Again, it's still not great. If you see Suljin in a game, Suljin is the king of ARAMs, and there's an RNG element to this tournament format as well, but still, here he doesn't shine as much. If they would have now proper stacks on him and him really just dishing out the auto-attack single target damage, then maybe. But it's going to take so much more for him to get to a point where he's going to have a huge impact on all of this. So, yeah. This level 13 can help them a little bit, pin someone down here. With the 20 has a bit more survivability now too. But it's still tough times. So for the blue team, it's nice that they took the keep out at the top, but they are still not in a spot where this is a guaranteed win for them. Far from it. This could be a disaster in the making. Lucio with the ult, saving Hoga. Here comes the party. Dance, baby, dance. ETC has to move out. There was no follow-up. It gets the mosh. It was looking very desperately for it. Maybe a little bit too trigger happy on the buttons here. Oftentimes it really helps when you just hold it back a little bit longer and keep the opponent guessing, keep them on their toes and force them to hold a few of their cooldowns back in anticipation of mosh pit. But right now, Lucio has his ult nearly back. So yep, having the cooldown reduction is extremely neat for him. Can throw this out a bit more whenever somebody's in trouble. Hoga had to go down to the bottom of the map. Those catapults are no joke 20 minutes into the game. So top side could be a problem. Middle of the map as well. They get another item. You can try and see if they can force a few of these lanes out a little bit. Nice! The catch against Hoga. ETC slides, and this time Garrosh dies. But the fight is not over by any means. Tassadar with Archon uses the choke point to his advantage, locks them in. Lucio! Lucio is dead, and it seems like we're going to see Suljin die too. It might take a hot minute, but he is going to fall here. I don't see him surviving this. Yep, Suljin is dead, Mephisto is dead, ETC is dead too. 5-man team wipe. And that is all she wrote in game number 2, isn't it? They still have 4 heroes alive. This should be game The Griefers forcing the third map in the series. Nicely done, the comeback from the blue team. After they lost on Tomb of the Spider Queen, they bring this back here in Group C of the Spin to Win Cup as they take down the core and force the Tacos onto the third and final map of the series. Nicely done, GG. Well played. Final map in the best of 3 series, everybody. And we got the Griefers on the left with Lily. Nerf Valera, what a journey. Going from, what was it? Varian into Tacita, I believe, and then Lily. So, yeah, definitely making the rounds here. Lily for the blue team. We got Shima and Liming. Holy Chicken is playing Blaze this time. In the third game, they didn't get Garrosh. They have Higo and Diablo now, and Warzeus is playing Falstad. Taco, on the other hand, for the red team with a Toad build on Nazebo. Me on Falstad, we got Kablamo on Malfurion, Bellacore on Anubarak, and Grolg on Artanis. So, Trash Tanis is in the game, and who's gonna take it? Who's going to win the final map in this group stage match between the two teams? Are the Griefers gonna make it? Are the Tacos gonna be successful? Well, first blood goes to the Tacos, but the counter kill is not far. Right away, it's the two tanks that die. We have Anubarak falling and Diablo. A couple of stacks already for Artanis as he went for his auto attack talent. If you've seen any Artanis matches that I cast, and you know that this one annoys me a little bit because I think it could be awesome if Blizzard would just buff it slightly. Just a tiny bit, not by much. You don't want to overpower it, but for it to actually have an impact in a proper late game match, a teeny tiny bit stronger would be nice. Now with Nazebo, you're playing for the late game usually. Oh, Lily down too. Already a good start for the red team. If they can now take down Diablo again, and it turns out they can, and this is a very good opening into game number 2 for them. Apparently eager to steal the opponent's camp away. I like it. Good rotation. You kill 2 heroes of the opponent. Siege Giants spawn, make your way over and take them away from them. So, really nice move here from the Tacos. The Griefers didn't know what hit them in the early game. And again, this is all centering around a team that is playing a stacking build with Artanis and is playing Nazebo. But they lose Falstad. It's Falstad against Falstad action. It's one of those examples where you have Falstad on both sides. Going for different builds already, by the way. But this is kind of the beauty of the format, that you have these mirror matches. It's actually kind of funny to me because starting in the first alpha version that ever came out with Heroes of the Storm, mirror matches was something that was really annoying to us back then. Now with a lot more heroes of course released, it's kind of entertaining to see those mirror games. Because I haven't seen any of this in honestly years, so when it comes to this format, it's obviously a bit of a fun factor that you are embracing with it. But seeing mirrors going up against each other in that environment is kind of fun. Says Vengeance on level 4 now for Li Ming. She can obviously start carrying fights later on with some nice cooldown reduction and resets pretty well. But I have my eyes also on Nazebo. Nazebo is going to be a little bit of a linchpin thing. If this is going to go into a late game scenario, Nazebo is going to be play a huge role. Artanis, if he can properly stack, might make the difference there too. Again, I have no... Artanis is really a little bit on the trashy side. He's not really a good hero. He is kind of fun, it's awesome when you have somebody that can go for monster swaps, but when it comes to just pure contribution to victory, Artanis is not good. You want to have something like Blaze, like we see on the blue team side. Now, obviously, there are high discrepancies in skills between the teams here, and you can still take it, but just that front line that we're seeing for the Griefers is pretty sick. Generally speaking, their team composition is damn good. Just ignoring Lily for a moment. So Lily might not be the best in the healer position, but the rest of the team, especially that front line, is kind of terrifying if you are properly executing that. On the other hand, Save the Taco, if they can make some decent moves and just delay the game into the late game, then things like Nazebo are gonna likely make a huge difference here. And Lily is gonna run into some trouble. Also becomes a bit of a question of how well the Falstads are playing on their respective sides. How much macro value to get out of this? Currently, it's birdie against birdie. Bird on bird action. And, yeah, He is trying to work some damage in over here, so this is going to be an interesting battle between them, and also a question, of course, who's going to fly first. Nazebo's build is also exceptionally strong when you're trying to take structures out. You've seen a lot of spider builds in the past, obviously, but if you're going into a toad build, you can take structures down very, very easily. Ooh. Yeah, Lily was looking for adventure and is finding a lot of death and dying over here as it seems. No way. Really? Alright, Juke City, baby. Apparently, we have a Juke Master on our hands. Lily is able to make it out of the fight. 3 people chasing her, and she is just like, nah, I got this. First fort at the top is about to go down. Blaze is soaking the final few shots, and now the blue team is going to try and take over here in the middle for at least a few of these hits. Nazebra is also dead. That slows the stacking for sure. Nice move by our man Warzeus here. So yeah, good for him. And well, that's some sweet shots fired by the blue team again as they took over the temple in the middle. So they are pulling ahead. They take the advantage in structures, which is always the goal on Sky Temple. Once that you are ahead, if you go for just proper trades with your opponent on those, you are eventually going to win the game by using the objective to kill the opponent's score. Bosses play a big role here as well. With each team having a 4-star player for Gust, this could actually be a pretty fun situation here. This could get a little bit wild. If we have Gusts coming through on the boss pit from both, then this is going to be a matter of who gets the better angle, who gets the better hit on the opponent. But that could make some very chaotic boss fights. Diablo with the engage and immediately getting punished. Swapped out of the trap by Artanis. Not like this, my friend. But at least they get him in some trouble. And as it turns out, Diablo still falls. So it might have made things a little bit more awkward for the red team, but they still get the kill after all. Hey, a lot of terror on my ass. Weak Kitten is more like it in this game. This is the 3rd time that Diablo has been eliminated, if I'm not mistaken. So they're doing well here. Forset could now fly in. Level 10 is closing in too. And the first bird is already flying out. So 1 bird on the way to the top to deal with the waves. Level 10 is ready. That gives us the jug. And we got Disintegrate. Actually interesting. Ah, well, sorry. Anubarak on the other side. My bad. Against Anubarak and Cocoon, obviously Disintegrate is the choice. You want to burn down the Cocoon as quickly as you can. So, yeah. Nicely done. And Nazebo is already starting to take a couple of these structures out with his toads. He's at 69 stacks on his baseline. We're at level 10 right now, so he needs quite a bit more in order to get somewhere as this continues. Cocoon gets burned to a crisp within seconds. Tsushima is paying attention. Waited for the cooldown from Anubarak and then immediately utilizes the ult to win the cooldown trade here. The 2 fall stats are just rotating. It's bird action at the mid and top lane. Over here, nice. The ult from the Nazebo comes out. They get some damage in against Diablo, but there was already a bunker. Then again, Falstad with a really nice gust in the corner secures the death of Blaze, and now they're going for Diablo again. And Diablo is not having a good game here. He has the ult out, burns them down, but still, this is Dibbles dying again, and he died overall 4 times now. And they are pushing and pushing and pushing. They want more. They want Li Ming. They might get her. She's completely isolated over here. Put into a corner. Li Ming dies. They're on the fort already. And they're just dropping it. That fort is going to get destroyed. Lily can't do anything about it. Falstad was trying to get some counter damage in the middle. Got some, I suppose. But the birdie is here. Picks up the experience. They're now slightly at an XP, ahead in kills, but more importantly, they are ahead in structures, and that plays a big role in that context. They also have control over the bottom temple, which now guarantees them another fort destroyed in the middle. So all of a sudden, it is the red team that pulls ahead. Initially, it was the blue team that did better on structures. Now the tables have turned against them, and they're starting to lose more and more ground. Top lane gets attacked at this point. There's still a wall standing, so there's some extra damage that is easily going to be converted in. But, yeah. Eventually, we're going to come down to a boss fight, I assume. But right now, it is the red team that is again making the moves. And that is laying a couple of traps here, as it seems. Malfurion double-checking this. Yeah, Tana is attempting the swap. Can't make it happen. But here comes the rest of the blue team. Falstad is flying in. Malfurion, and nice, the stun! But the gust from Falstad. Earlier, he set up the kills for the team. Now he's able to save them. Was a very nice ult from Nazebo that forced Lily far back and forced her to ult up as well. So creating a little bit of space for the rest of the team. 13 versus 13 now. Another gust and full disengage with nobody dying. Top side fort has been destroyed though. A bit earlier of course already. So now the camp is moving through without having to drop the structure. And can try and go for the keep, which immediately is getting shut down by Forster of course. With each team having a global, they are playing actually pretty well around that. Both Forster players with some really nice disengage moves. Some moments where they were trying to force the fight and of course also controlling the side lane as best as they can. 15,000 damage against 11,000, so when it comes to the raw numbers, blue team is doing a little bit better on this. Oh, that is a ballsy play for Boss. I am not so sure about this. Falstad is still on cooldown. The blue team's Falstad is still on cooldown forecast, and they engage into that. I don't agree with that at all. Let's see if they can actually pull that off. I don't think they can. They're moving in. There's the gust. Maybe a little bit premature, but they're about to take the boss here. Diablo is low. They go for the gust. Finally, it was ready. But Diablo dies first, and the entire team gets wrecked. Falstad down, and the red team claims it just as Li Ming dies too. That left Blaze, and he gets killed as well. That is horrible news for the Griefers. I mean, they are earning the name right now. Grief moved by them. They were trying to sneak it in, as it seems, while they knew that the top right camp was taken by the Tacos. But once that it was sniffed out, they should have fallen back a little bit here and tried to let the boss leash again. 11 kills to 3. I mean, letting that one slide, boah. Not only are they losing now with the boss pushing through the bot lane, a lot of their structures down here. Falstad has taken the temple at the bottom of the map and is going to be able to take down the top fort, which is also getting pushed, and Artanis is now moving in for another temple. The Tacos have now taken such an amazing lead in this game, it is a bit redonkulous. And on top of that, oh, Birdie is apparently trying to commit honorable Sudoku here as he flies straight into Li Ming. But a nice little gust attempt against Diablo to put him literally into a corner. That didn't quite work out. In the middle, the blue team has at least taken one temple, but the keep at the bottom is likely going to be lost. Nazebo is showing no mercy here. Delivers the final few blows. He's at 112 stacks now and level 16 for him. And over here in the middle, there's still a few shots left. Not only in the middle, at the bottom of the map, they can still go for the temple too. If they get all of these shots fired, they are pushing more and more for damage on the second keep in the middle as well. So this is getting worse and worse and worse for the Griefers. Griefers need to do something here. They gotta be a little bit ballsy at this point and really move out, or this is going to be a nightmare for them. They're taking at least a few of the shots in the middle. That's something, but there's still a lot left down at the bottom of the map. And even this fight might not go their way. Here comes Diablo with the ult. Trash Tanis is dead. Artanis goes down. Nezibra gets murdered too. But with Falstad just channeling everything down here, it also means that the keep in the middle is taking more and more damage. Hasn't been eliminated. Fort in the middle has been destroyed though. But the lead is, I mean, clearly on the side of the target. 237 stacks on the level 1 for Artanis, and they need to go back here. You guys are starting to lose this a little bit. The Griefers are picking up kill after kill after kill now. All of a sudden, I mean, again, they're not back yet, don't get me wrong, but look at experience. Both teams on level 17 now. Structurally, there's a huge difference still, but they can now try and take down the fort at the bottom of the map. They can push into the middle a little bit. So, yes, one keep is destroyed, one is at half HP, but the Tacos have to be very careful that they're not throwing this game. They lost a few too many heroes here towards the end of that fight, and some of them definitely were not necessary. Now, Malfurion hasn't died yet. Nezibra is at 42,000 damage, and therefore the top damage in the game. Li Ming coming in first on the blue team side with 29,000. But Nazebo is at 115 stacks. He's not gonna have the threshold at level 20, so if he wants to go for Viral Infection, that will take him a little bit longer. Needs to rotate between the lanes a little bit if he really wants to have a chance to do it. Now, we got all the way top. Gorgeous doing his thing. Down at the bottom, they are pushing over here for another fort. I mean, again, they're catching up in experience quite nicely, so why wouldn't you? And with that said and done, we now have the next temple phase activating. So, this is where it's really going to get interesting. Boss should be up in a minute or so. Yep, minute and 15. And we have temples activating in 20. So there's definitely a couple of moving parts in this third game of the series. And this is the final map. So you take it here, you take the series. And if you want to make it out of the group, this would be a really important step to make that happen. It's a bit of a trap setup that we have here. They're trying. Yeah, they want the kill. And can they get it? Malfurion is dead. Malfurion is down. Where's the counter kill? They're trying for it. They're going for Diablo. Lili with the heals. Big heals from Lili, not big enough to save Diablo, but Artanis is dead too. The Griefers! Look at those guys. They are actually doing work here. They're trying to bring it back. 5 versus 3 now. They're a little bit low, but now they have access to 2 temples and in just a few seconds also a boss. So the Griefers in a commanding position now for just a moment. There's a huge chance for them to at least draw even with your opponents. The Tacos, they fell into the trap there for a second. Now again, boss is up in 15 seconds. Shots are now being fired. The bottom fort, no chance. This one will be destroyed. But can they really take out the keep? Honestly, not with those temples alone. That's not going to happen. But they can apply a lot of pressure. And the red team, they have to be patient right now. They got to wait. They got to wait for not only level 20, but more so for Danis to come back. So this is gonna potentially get really interesting. After the boss was taken and the 2 temples spawned, earlier it really looked like the Tacos have this in the bag. But far from it. Griefers are now fighting back, tooth and nail. They're doing what they can in order to bring this game back. And they're not looking too shabby. Topside keep barely survived, but it made it. Over here in the middle, this keep also still standing. If they can get a few more shots up at the top, they can take the topside keep out. But the fight is obviously now raging on. And there's also a camp that is fighting in favor of the Tacos. Gast from both false stats. Both of them trying to get the proper angle here. Basically negating each other. Have to re-engage. Anubarak trying to get the shots fired so that the keep at the top is protected. Oh, this is gonna get wild. It might come down to a boss fight. There's a chance that this is going to be decided at the boss at the bottom of the map. And neither of the two has a gust at this point. Nazeebo has gone for Violent Infection, by the way. He's still 25 short, but he went for Violent Infection. He is trying to get to that point, and once that he's there, his damage is going to skyrocket. He's already looking really strong here on the numbers, but he will get so much more out of this. If he can get the quest completed, the blue team might be in trouble here. Already they're losing Li Ming. Li Ming is down, getting killed by Artanis. Yeah, swapping himself out. Catapults at the core of the blue team too. So the Griefers, they need to head back. There's catapults on the core, and the shield is slowly starting to disappear. We're 16 minutes in, so not too strong yet. They can still defend it, but now there's a chance to go for the boss. They're already retreating. Falstad has a gust. Both of them do. They're trying to take this one. 37 seconds for Li Ming. It's a 5 versus 4. They want the boss. They should get it. And that boss will go for core directly. There's no keep at the bottom of the map anymore. Gusts are everything right now. Can the blue team somehow make that happen? Can the red team claim it? They have the numbers. Gusts are there. Falstad is waiting in the wings right now. Warzeus is looking for an opportunity. Gets it right here. Maybe a bit too early. Tries to take it too early. Blue team, they steal it. They steal the boss. They lose Diablo, but they steal the boss. Artanis is dead. Diablo is dead, but the boss is stolen. They actually took the boss away from them. Yeah, honestly, insane. Here comes the gust. Look at it. And then they claim it. They take the boss, steal it away, and kill Artanis a second later. So now they push through the bottom of the map. It's a 4 versus 4. They get the siege shines. There's your opportunity right there to do some more damage. Boss taking a few structures out, getting the temple in 8 seconds. 21, the level on both sides. And it is a bit of a wild series at this point. Damn, son. Tacos against Griefers. Shots are fired. Artanis isn't back, neither is Diablo. And then engaging. 4 versus 4. Now there's the attempt at a play. They're trying already for it. Falstad is waiting at the side again. Gust is already being used, maybe a little bit too early. Tassadar is not in the game, but Nazebo is nowhere near his stacks yet either. And gets melted. Disintegrate, baby. The heal from Lili might not be strong enough yet. Diablo is on his way, but without the damage dealer, the red team is in a bit of trouble. They're trying to get the shots. Diablo is going to arrive first. Artanis is on his way right now. Here comes the play for Malfurion, and he's gone. Malfurion is gone, and here's the opportunity. Falstad moving in for the final few shots, and the blue team has to make a decision. Bottom keep, mid keep, what are they going for? They're pushing through the bot lane. They got a chance now. All the keeps are low. If they don't go for the core, they should take all of the keeps out. Either go core or go keep. One of the two. All keeps can be destroyed right here, right now. Shots are fired in the middle. They could get this one easily. Falstad is slowly fighting back. Yep, and 30 seconds until Malfurion is back. Keep in the middle, also gone. 2 keeps down. Falstad is flying towards the... he's actually flying towards the vision point at the top. And they're retreating. They don't want to go for game just yet. But that's 2 keeps gone on each side. Each team has lost 2 keeps now. It's going down to the wire. Game number 3 is insane in this series. It is insanely close right now. Nazebo, 165 stacks. He's 10 stacks away from getting his quest completed. Only 10 stacks. If they have a little bit more patience and get him to a minion wave, they can get his damage to skyrocket. And he's moving down to the bottom of the map to make exactly that happen. Yeah, be too late to the party to get everything here. But throws it in, and just like that, he's at 169. One more wave. Anubarak is anchoring the play here. Temples haven't been announced yet. They got time. They know it too. And Azebo is going to go for it. There it is. 175 quest completed. He's at 62,000 damage right now. Already the top damage dealer in the game. Taco on a mission. By the way, man on a mission. There's Liming. Bam! With the final keep destroyed. Okay. Now they got super minions. Oh, wait. Wrong game. 11 kills to 14. And both teams on level 22. They got confidence now with Nazebo. Yeah. Already moving in here. Quick move from Li Ming to burn the cocoon down. There in the corner. Lili is dead. Lili is dead. Falstad is dead. Nazebo. 6,000 damage like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. They get the double kill. 5 versus 3. Big damage from Nazebo. He got 10,000 damage in that fight. Easy peasy. And that is likely game. Especially with his Toad build. He can easily go for the core right now. The Tacos. Once that they had Nazebo in a good spot, they right away went for it. They went for the fight, and now the Toads are just doing so much damage together with the spiders that he's dropping on the core. And if not for a miracle, then the Tacos are going to decide the series in their favor. Big push with a couple of catapults for the blue team up at the top, but I don't think it's going to amount to anything. There's too much damage. It's too fast. The core is dropping quickly. The catapults over here, nope, they're not going to make it to the core even. That is game. The Tacos, they take down the Griefers. A 2-1 victory in this best of 3 series in Group C. Nicely done. GG, well played.